Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to do a deck profile on my updated Blue Wave deck. So similar to Maelstrom, which is the Blue Storms, now we go with the Blue Waves. So Blue Wave Tetra Drive Dragon, I don't know, I always thought he was pretty cool. But Maelstrom still is special to me because Maelstrom is like a year before Tetra Drive came out, so yeah. So, but this still is probably, I do like this deck more than Thavas, just because it's Leon Soryu, as opposed to Jaime's stuff. But yeah, Thavas is pretty good. So we'll be getting into Thavas in a future video. But for today, we're focusing on Blue Waves and the new support. So as you can see, I'm still running Tetra Drive Dragon because I have him. But I do want to mention though, there is a new card you guys can try out. If you're trying to get into Vanguard and you're building Blue Waves, the nice thing is there is a new, decent, I would say decent, backup grade 3 that you could run if you don't have Tetra Drive. So you could run him with Anger Boil Dragon. So basically, if you're running this lineup, then your deck is very, very stride focused. So then I would definitely recommend running Air Element Sea Breeze, because if you're riding either one of these, opponent may try to stick themselves at grade 2, or if you're taking on like Grom Blue or something, or I don't know, I don't think it'll work against Grom Blue, yeah it won't, but anyway, this guy is pretty good backup if you can't find Tetra Drive, since I don't know if Tetra Drive's getting reprinted anytime soon or not. But anyway, Tetra Drive is the Limit Break restander, so being a Limit Break, he can stand up pretty well against the grade 1 rush decks and stuff like that, so that's why I'm still running him. He can basically counterattack them and straight up win for it. So yeah, that's the grade 3 lineup. Nothing really changed. I just wanted to point out that there is another option for Blue Waves now that you can mix in with the lineup. So yeah, grade 2s for Blue Wave Marine General, Foivos. He is kind of like the later battle phase self-restander, sort of like Maximum or Tile Assault. Yeah, but he can only do it on the third if it's the third wave. But they did get a new card, so they got Blue Wave Marine General, Lucianos. So this card basically replaced Tidal Assault. I don't have to run Tidal Assault in here anymore because of this dude. He's not GB restricted. He does require a counterblast of Blue Wave to do his effect, and pretty much 2/3 of the deck, a little bit more than 2/3 of the deck, almost 70% of the deck is Blue Wave. So you know, it's not that hard to do. You just have to keep that in mind. He basically does his skill if you have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blue Wave. So unlike Tile Assault, you can't really rush super early, like stacking a critical on him, for instance, with the way Tile Assault could. Neither one of these cards can do that, but this guy can do it on second wave. He can restand, so he can restand on second wave. This guy can restand on third. But nice thing about him is he does gain the 2k power, and just like that guy. So yeah, pretty good pesky attackers for Blue Wave. Next I'm running another new card, Blue Wave Marine General, Damia. She is the tech card choice that I went with. So basically she works only with Blue Waves, so grade 3 or greater Vanguard Blue Waves. When they attack, she can Soul Blast 1, and then she can choose the Vanguard and your other Vanguard, and those units and this unit get 2k. So she gives 2k to the Vanguard, another Vanguard, and herself get 2k power. So that's pretty cool. Trying it out at 3 copies, this is kind of like what I would consider the other grade 2, the one that doesn't necessarily enable 4th battle. Kind of like High Tide Sniper was in Thavas for a while. So for the grade 1s, we're running 4 Perfect Guards. I'm just running these. I really wish they had a Blue Wave Perfect Guard. They did get a Blue Wave Quintet Wall, but I'm not running it because I'm not going to run 4 Quintet walls. So Electra is just really good. She can protect your rear guards because she's an original Sentinel. She's a Blue Storm Sentinel, it's worth mentioning that. Then 4 Blue Wave Soldier Bright Shooter. This is the card that makes it so that you don't have to run Stride Fodder. It basically recycles your grade 3s from the drop zone, puts them back in your hand on 4th wave or more. At the end of the battle that he boosted, you choose a grade 3 and put it in your hand. So yeah, he's pretty good. Next I'm running 3 Blue Wave Dragon, Submerged Dragon. This is basically Stacia for Blue Waves, but it's a 7k as opposed to a 9 when it attacks. So not quite as good, but it is potentially a better booster, which is why I like it. And it has Blue Wave in the name, so it helps consistency of this dude. And then I am running 2 Blue Wave Soldier Simon. Again, he has Blue Wave in the name. He's like my last tech choice for the grade 1s because he also has ability of when he's placed on R, you can count most Soul Blast 1 if you have 2 or more Blue Waves. So basically, if you're striding, on turns you stride, you can call him down, get the skill, choose one of your other units, that unit, and him get 4k. So he combos pretty good with like that Thavas stride that allows you to attack from the back row, so you can use him to attack from the back row. He'll be 11, stuff like that. So there's plays like that. And then instead of running 3 of him, because I was running 3 of him, I am running 1 Kelby Rider Nikki. Because I have an extra one now. Because remember I had a playset of these, then I pulled that clan pack with that secret rare one of these, or SP one of these. So yeah, so have an extra one left over, so I decided to put it in here just to help stride consistency slightly. So yeah, it's grade 1s. Trigger lineup, it's for the most part unchanged. 4 Malika, because you do kind of Soul Blast a couple times in the deck. 4 of the best critical trigger for the Aquaforce clan. This is the card that on your Tetra Boil plays, you just draw so many cards off of this. So you basically, if you have like 2 or 3 of these in your hand, or if you somehow manage to get 4 in your hand, which is very unlikely to happen, but it can happen. You can throw them all into the soul, or actually no, put them all back in the deck, top of the deck, and you basically give the Vanguard the ability to draw when it attacks on the 2nd wave and on the 5th attack. So pretty good. You draw 1 for each of them, so at least because they stack. Then I'm running 3 Sonic Sailor and 1 other critical because some of these are in another one of my Aquaforce decks. I only have 5 total. So 3 in this one, 2 in the Maelstrom one. I believe it was the Maelstrom one. Might be the Voss, I'm not sure, I forgot. And just 1 extra critical. So 4 draw, 8 critical, 4 heal. I wish this was a Blue Wave, but it's a Blue Storm. That means Blue Storm has 2 heals and Blue Waves have none. And then I'm still running Blue Wave Dragon Master, Dagger Master Draco Kid, because there's no other reason why you shouldn't run him in Blue Waves. I have seen people running the Bubble Draco Kid, which is the star that a lot of people used back in the day with Tetra Drive. It came out with Tetra Drive, but nah, I'm just going for this because I like the critical on my Tetra Boil. So for the Stride deck, I am running the 4, unchanged from before. 4 Blue Wave Martial Dragon, Tetra Boil Dragon, because he's really good to stride twice. They did get a new stride. Blue Wave General, Brave General, Artyom. He does work semi-decently with this guy's skill. So they're both in the latest set. I am running 1 Wailing Thavas. I could run 2. I'm deciding only to run 1. I am running 2 of the Storm Dominator Thavas, so I have access to that play. My 2 Lambros. And then 2 of these, G-Guardians, and the 1 Air Element Sea Breeze, just to showcase that card, because in a lot of tournament decks, you probably want to bring one of these with you. And for any changes, you probably want to bring a Desmo with you as well, so you may want to take out, like, maybe one of these, I guess, and put them in. So anyway, guys, that's Aquaforce, Blue Waves. Very fun deck, probably my favorite. Actually, it's probably my most fun. Maelstrom is probably my favorite, but this deck is more fun to play as opposed to Maelstrom. It's kind of like a grindy defensive deck. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the deck profile. I'll see you guys next time.